even though I already told you the guidelines as well as procedure of graphical approach in the last web session. You have to plot temperature versus delta H curve. You can see the previous PPT or earlier reported PPT, and in that you may see the general instruction to draw the hot stream curve and cold stream curve. Okay, so in that there are many guidelines are there, how to connect them, how to draw them. So graph is basically based on temperature versus enthalpy diagram. Okay, so if you have data extraction points, if you have flow sheet, if you have flow diagram, then extract the temperature values as well as CP values or delta H values. So CP here, it is nothing but M into CP. Capital C P is nothing but M into Cp. Then the unit is nothing but kilowatt per degree Celsius kind of thing. Only Cp unit you already know. So kilojoule per kg degree Kelvin. If you multiply by mass flow rate, it will becomes kilowatt per degree Kelvin kind of thing. Okay. So generally in industry, they already mention the Cp value or they can mention the delta H value. At least delta H value, how much heat required. Okay, in the last web session we have covered the how to extract the values from flow diagram, what are the source temperature, what are the target temperature, and how we integrate it. There is a final modification is there. Okay, last time we have seen one example. Okay, now here we start with the graphical approach to minimize the energy consumption as well as heat recovery. Okay, so starting with this problem, I will rotate. So here in this problem, you can see there are 3 hot streams and 2 cold streams are there. There are 3 hot stream and 2 cold stream. So in that H1, there is a source temperature is given 242, target temperature is 40. So that is higher to lower. Okay, already they have mentioned the delta H value. So I can easily calculate Cp value. As you know, delta H is equals to mCp delta T. Okay, then again there's a second stream is there, H2 180 to 120, and delta H is given, so I can easily calculate Cp value mCp delta T. H3 280 to 80 and delta H value is given. Okay, I can easily calculate Cp value. Again for 2 cold stream, so 2 cold stream, there is C1 is nothing but 50 to 230 degrees Celsius. So already told you how to extract the data for cold stream is what and what is hot stream. Okay, I already told you in the last web session what is hot stream or what is cold stream, and 50 to 230 and delta H is given 900. C2 is 110 to 150 and delta H is given 640. So I can easily calculate Cp by use of mCp delta T. Now start with the plotting section. So there is a X section, I will take delta H. So depends on my scale value. So here the scale value delta H value is 800, 600, 500. Okay, start with only hot stream. These three hot stream. Okay, so delta H is given 800, 600, 500. So I can arrange my x-axis scale in terms of 400, 800, 1200, 600, 1600, 2000. Okay, so it depends on you, whatever you have scale taken depends on your approximation. Okay, I will take here 400, 800. There's a large level of scale, doesn't matter, you can take any scale. Then y-axis indicate as a temperature in terms of Kelvin, degree Celsius or degree Kelvin. Okay, here the problem statement, there is a 240, 40, 180, 120, 280, 80 is given for hot stream. So first of all, we will start with the hot stream only. Okay, so how we plot first? So have a look at the H1 stream, 240 to 40. H1 stream, there's a temperature is there, 240 to 40, and delta H is 800. So I will plot here 240 to 40, but I will keep my delta H is 800. Have a look, 800. Okay, so I will draw the line in terms of 240 to 40, and here in the y-axis there is 800. The range between 240 to 40 is valid for only 800. Doesn't matter, I can take this line from 1600 as well. 1600, if I plot this line from 1600, so I want to go with the below section accordingly, 16 to 800 kind of thing. So I will plot this line again with the 240 to 40 depending on your assumption. Doesn't matter, we'll see in the next stream. 180 to 120, 180 to 120, and delta H is 600. So I will keep my delta H only 600. I did not start this line from 600 in the bottom y line, x line. Have a look, the 600 is given, no. So the range between the two temperature is nothing but 600. So I can keep here. So 180 to 120 is nothing but 1200 to 600. If you take the calculation 1200 minus 600, you will get 600. So plot like that. So you can take the point for 600 delta H and 120 delta T. 120 is a target temperature.